So this Granthi, Chit Jada Granthi, the knot of consciousness, knot of ignorance, it's smaller than the smallest pinpoint, which is always shut. But it's surrounded by very intricate defense systems. The easiest defense system is anger. Don't you push my buttons? We're gonna be arguing for the rest of the night. What is interesting that when we truly dive into it, we find that it's formless actually, that even in the tiniest pinpoint hole, we find there's like a ghost. The best word is like a ghost. It's there, but it's not. I wanted something concrete, something to crush it with, to crack it. And when you come to it, you see it, it's like a ghost. It just like nicely morphs from something solid. As you approach it, it's like deep, oh, it's tough and solid. And when you get to it, it just like, like a ghost. Huh? Where did it go? But that ghost, having grasped a form, endures. So that ghost of the ego knot, it grasps onto a form and it endures. It creates a structure. And in the Bible it says, when Adam and Eve fell from the heaven, they heard a voice in their head, but it wasn't the Lord. It wasn't that God. And that voice in the head, kind of, we know it, isn't it? And how do you call it? Me. What a tricky thing it is. That ghost is me. I, myself. It is not somebody else, first of all. If you think that that ghost is someone else, it's not. Exactly, it is me, myself, or I. And that ghost, or that knot, is the attachment to ceaseless action, doing and achieving, never-ending action. It strives on action. And the more you throw action at it, the more it will want and need. So this knot is like, it's an assertion. It asserts the separateness, the self-centeredness. It affirms separateness through craving, anger, fear, hate, jealousy. But it's what it doesn't want, what the ego doesn't want, is the medicine of unselfish love, humility, humbleness. The practice of not this, not that, Neti Neti, can help a lot But once we reach that point of neutrality, okay, I'm not this, I'm not that, and then there's nothing left. No, what's left is love. And it's not what's left, because love is everything. It's not a leftover. It's the allness that we have always seeked for. It's the wholeness that we always wanted. It's the only oneness that there exists. And that is love, unselfish love. But if I speak of only love, then the ego will cry like a baby. I want it. But who wants it? Why is there a crying baby who wants it? Who is the one who is unmet? Not yet met deeply, truly, fully. And if the ego wants that love, it needs to be met. The ego needs to be met for what it is. So we have a paradox. It's a paradox. It's an unsolvable puzzle. But the way to solve it is to meet the ego first. Fully, truly, I am ignorant. For those of you who take it seriously, I can give you a little practice, a little mantra repetition. This mantra is English, and this mantra is, I am ignorant. I am ignorant. But you have to do it wholeheartedly, whole-mindedly, whole soulfully, with all thy mind, thy heart, thy soul, and thy strength. Is not for playing games. And when we meet the ego deeply and truly, wholeheartedly, as it disarms itself, as it disarms itself, and stops playing, first of all, a ruler, and then the victim. First, it's the ruler. I am the best. I know everything. I'm the smartest. I'm the good person. I'm the best person. I'm the oldest, I'm the wisest, and so on. It's the ruler. And then there is a victim. When you de-arm it, then it plays the victim. Oh, I just always wanted things to be good. There is a simple saying in English, hope dies last. Again, this what I just said, it applies to the deep inquiry, not for beginners. Beginners need hope. But when you grow up, when you spiritually, with deep inquiry, hope dies last. And then the ego plays a victim. And then you meet it by admitting your ignorance, my ignorance, I am ignorant. And by doing so, you become unconditional. By doing so, now I will say one missing ingredient that nearly all non-dual modern or recent teachers miss out on, and students. They only focus on non-dual techniques. I'm not this, I'm not that. Let's get you disidentified. They fulfill the presence role, the role of the presence. I'm here with you, we are present. But as we go deep into disidentification, in other words, I am ignorant, and then you get behind it, then there is the helping hand. A master gives you hand of love at the right time, extends you the heart of love. And that is when you receive, or in other words, the unconditional love is revealed that has been all along. So first, meeting deeply, getting to the very core of it, getting behind it, and then receiving then and only then, not before. It's not a shortcut. Only then receiving unconditional love. Because if you get love before, it will only fluff up your heart, and the ego will be hiding where it always has been hiding. So the work will be not complete. But having done the hard part, having done the hard job, then we receive unconditional love. And you can receive it via direct meeting, live meeting, or you can then invite the presence of the teacher with love within you. And that love then reveals the self. Because the self is love. Is not a empty, is not a dry ground. The self is not a vacuum where you have cleansed yourself with Neti Neti and then you're in a vacuum. That's not the self. The self is love. Real love, big love. And this is greatly missing in the non-dual teachings. Because the most non-dual teachings, they get you to the vacuum state. But revealing the love, one has to be in love with God, with the self. This is why there's no difference between Jnana and Bhakti. At the end, there is no difference. But if we separate them, only Jnana, only inquiry without Bhakti love is not complete. Or only Bhakti without deep inquiry is also not complete. Because at the end, they are together. So deeply meeting this raw ego knot, I am ignorant. Getting behind it. And then asking for Lord, bring thy love. Because love is who you are. This love is bliss. This love is infinite. This love is mercy. It's grace. It's divine mercy, divine grace. And therefore, true bhakti, nirguna bhakti, is the deepest surrender of myself to thyself, to the self. And it's not cold. It's actually, we could say, deeply personal. I tell you one more thing. In the West, everybody knows God is not a person. But everybody's heart is empty. In the East, there are many gods, many deities, and everybody finds their God. Maybe it's Krishna, maybe it's Shiva, or the mother Durga, or something else. And they talk to this God personally. And they have their hearts are full. They relate to this higher being. And what if you try to do the same? What if you try to make God personal again? What if you speak to God like to a person? First, you may be confused to whom I should talk to. The non-dualist will reply, to the self. And if you talk completely personally to the self, to God, to the divine, to Satpurush, to the formless self, just like Jesus spoke to the Father, he had deeply intimate connection. It's not even connection, it's a relationship. It's not even a relationship, it's oneness, unity. And now you understand what is bhakti, union with beloved. So now I explain to the Western mind what is union with beloved, what is bhakti. So now you see how Jnana and Bhakti are not separate. The only separate thing is the ignorance. And if you think it's foolish to speak to God as a person, then you haven't admitted your ignorance yet. That's a paradox.